So the last lesson I talked about the right hand. This time I'm going to talk about the left hand. Now I'm not going to talk about chording. I'm going to talk more about fretting and slides, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. I think they're a little more important to learn and kind of have in your repertoire before going on to chords. So again, you're not going to be flat. You're not going to be having that flat concept. You're going to have kind of round fingers. You're going to be attacking the strings from above and pushing on them with the tips of your fingers, not with the flats of your fingers. So if you have long fingernails, you're going to have to trim them. And proper hand position is actually the classical way, which is the thumb behind the neck, and then again curling those fingers over and hitting those strings with the flats of your hands. And what you do is you aim for the fret, you aim for the string just behind the fret. That's exactly where you're supposed to fret, but now anywhere between those two frets is a great place to start fretting. You don't want to mash, you don't want to push really hard. You want to just push enough so you get a nice tone. If you push too hard, you actually change the tone. It really hurts your fingers, so you don't want to do that. Now, a lot of people when they slide, so a slide is like this, they'll slide with their arms. They'll keep their wrist steady and they'll go, or they'll do their, that's wrong. That's a gross motor skill. Anytime you move your arm like this, or you move your forearm or your whole arm like this, that's a gross motor skill. What you want to do is you want to do fine motor skill, which is this. So and it's a fast slide. You move, it's not a slow. You want a fast, and there's two ways to slide. You can slide right off the bat, which is a gliss, or you can or a grace note, or you can depends on the note that you want to accentuate. If you're wanting to accentuate that note, then it's a slower slide. You hold that first note and then you slide. Or if that's that last note that you want to accentuate, it's that might be a little more advanced, but it's something to work on. Right now, what you really want to work on is moving your wrist like this. Okay? So it's a wrist movement like that, not like this, like that. And that goes. That's an alternating thumb or with a forward-backward roll. And then you can do a pull-off, which is kind of you're flicking it. Or a hammer-on, which is a... So putting those together, it would be... And that's a really good exercise if you want to work on a slide, a pull-off, and a hammer-on. And all I'm doing in terms of the right hand is that alternating thumb. So work on that over and over again. As I said, if you have any questions, if you want comments or provide me with anything, this is a little bit of a longer lesson. I see it's about 5 minutes, but hopefully it's enough to keep your interest. And keep picking the banjo.